What's going on, everybody? Gonna be gotta find the mining trainer soon. Ooh, green iron coming up. Hell yeah, I will. Oh fuck, 125. Bullshit. Ooh, boy got kill maim. Got him on some booty shorts too. That's weird. Oh, that's a cool belt buckle. Many years back on a stormy night.
Safe travel.
Oh, I gotta buy a new shirt. This blue one looks goofy. You gotta get the old, was it the seafarer's shirt or the sailor shirt? It's like white, no sleeves. fuck? The deckhand shirt. That's what I want. No way. So this fucking shirt. Where does this start from? Huh? Priest? It's a priest shirt? All right. Come on now. What are we doing? Oh, nice. They put a mailbox right there. That's so nice. So incredibly nice. You gotta get 30 silver or 30 copper, I think. Dude, I wonder if I can actually make decent money in the game doing this shit. I'm gonna see how well it works.
Well met.
Oh, come on. I guess it's going to take a couple hours. Oh.
Can I help you?
My father was the caretaker of the estate long before I was. He had to mop the blood up after the massacre. That's neither here nor there. Goes through the packed up possessions for a clue. And a portrait, a few hunting trophies, small books in the bottom, torn journal page. Oh, what the hell? You didn't tell me there'd be a dang ghost in there. A polymorphin dang ghost. That was a dirty trick, Mr. Folsom. He didn't say anything about there being a dang ghost in the box. Giles, the boy, seems a bit rambunctious and will be a challenge to educate. However, the elder daughter Tiloa seems especially smart. Couldn't help but to notice her captivating beauty as well. Oh, Jesus. Alright, guy. Chill out. She's on the cusp of womanhood now. Alright, hopefully we get to kill these guys. They're fucking weird. Supposedly, the Lord has arranged for her marriage next year, but I digress. This week I will accompany the family to their summer cottage near the East Vale logging camp in Elm. Fucking hell, dude. Let me guess. My objective is to run all the fucking way. Why do they do that? You know, I don't think I've ever done this quest. I think every single time I've leveled up a character on Alliance, I've gotten to this point and I was just running dungeons so much that I might have done like a few parts of it, but then I would just kind of level past it and end up dropping the quest. Like, I definitely never talked to that dude and opened the box and had the ghost pop out. Let's see which one's closer. Lakeshire looks closer. Yeah, it's kind of funny, you know. You play a game for that long, and there's just so much I haven't done. Which a lot of that's because in the past I've always just wanted to level as fast as possible. I didn't care about the quests. I definitely didn't fucking read the quest text. You know what I mean? I just wanted to get kill quests so I could keep moving. But now I actually kind of, you know, some of the writing is pretty good. Here and there, you get a cool quest chain. I never realized that the Defias Brotherhood were actually the fucking good guys. That kind of blew my mind. All these people, you're talking to them in Stormwind trying to get the quest for Van Cleef's head, and all of them are like, oh yeah, he's a monster, he needs to be put down, blah blah blah. And you go through it and it's like, alright, so the city got burnt the fuck down. So Van Cleef and the rest of the Masons built the city back. And after being done building a city, the nobility did not give them anywhere to live. So they build an entire city to just be homeless. Of course he started killing y'all. Like, what the fuck? And it sucks because I don't like, you know, it's a good set of legs right there. You know what I mean? And I wanted his cape and stuff like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't even kill him. I would just clear all the rest of the dungeon, and then, you know, once VC's the last one, just hearth out. I'm on his side. I feel bad about killing him, but you know, he had good stuff. I really wanted that cool barb too, but this quest chain should get us an axe. It's better than that anyway. And I finally saw, when I ran Dead Mines this time on this guy, I finally saw the damn Smite's hammer. I can't tell you how many times I had run Dead Mines specifically trying to get that hammer. I would always get the Taskmaster axe all the time. Never could get Smite's hammer to drop. Check over here for some copper 10 or something. Hopefully this is the last time I have to come to the East Vale logging camp. Good lord. Marshall Haggard. There was a bundle of parchments in the chest upstairs when I moved into this place. I looked at them once when I first arrived, but I gave up once the fog hazed over my peepers. Do an old, nearly blind man a favor and check the chest upstairs for anything that might help you in your quest to discover more about this Stalvan character. Pretty sure there's a faded journal page. that might be of interest to you. Bring that to me and I'll help in any way I can. Alright, Haggard. Mama tried to raise him better, but her pleading he denied. Lethargy of the Orcs. That sounds like a racist book right there. Oh. What the fuck is happening here? Alright, I'll kill your ghost. You killed mine.
Greetings.
I know if someone who might be able to assist you. Back when I was leading the Stormwind Guard, we used to get drinks at the Scarlet Raven Tavern in Darkshire. The innkeeper there, Smits, was quite an expert on local lore. Show him this page, see what he has to say about it. Alright, fuck. Let's see, is it quicker to run to Redridge and then fly, or just fucking book it? I think just fucking book it. Not. Paladins should be able to lift curses. You know what I mean? That sounds like a paladin thing they'd be able to do. Fixing them all around. If they want the buff, they can stand still. Yeah, looks like I'm just farting my way down here. That'd be a fun effect to have. I still think they need to make a Shadow Knight class on here. Basically, release a Death Knight, okay? But have it not really be like the Death Knight at all. But you can use like the gear sets and the assets from all the Death Knight stuff for them, but make them mechanically more like how a paladin's kind of a warrior priest. Make them more of a warrior warlock. Or warrior. Yeah, a warlock. That'd be cool. Don't you do it. I don't even know where I gotta go. Told you not to do it, you son of a bitch. Oh, I can't even mind that anyway. I told you. Don't you fucking do it. You don't mess with a man that's got a Pope hat on. You're fitting to get into more trouble than you would ask for. Need tank for RFK. No, I think I gotta be at least 30 to tank RFK. Would be pretty cool though to get the yeah, I'm horrible at remembering. Ooh, that's an interesting weapon. Cursed Thornbraid would be cool. Thornbraid. Your cursed Thornbraid. Alright, pal. Alright, big shot. Yeah. Oh, you fucking cocksucker. Is he a skinning miner? What a piece of shit. Oh, look, the Worgen got little houses over there. I don't like that fucking guy. I don't know what it is. It's just something about the... Oh, he's a high elf. That's why. I fucking hate them. I want him... Whenever I'm on the Horde, I'm like, thank God that they made high elves part of the Alliance. But now that I'm on the Alliance, I'm like, why aren't they blood elves? Why are they on this side? Get them on the other side. I just don't want them in the game, dude. Just delete that race entirely. Out of context, that would sound bad. That fantasy video game character is what I'm talking about. Yeah, anyway, it would be cool if they had a class that was, you know, basically a DK, but, you know, tune it for classic, make the mechanics more classic-like.
Hey there.
Marshall Haggard sent you. Why didn't you say so? Oh, good old Haggard. Poor chap's gonna be completely blind for long. By the light. By the light. I followed the legend of that Stalvan character for years. Those visiting nobles were slaughtered a few years back. I went with Haggard to investigate. Fucking Hank Hill. Tavern Keep Hill. I found these muddy pages, but we were never able to link the handwriting to that crazy man out in the woods. Your trail of evidence proves his guilt. Take this to Commander Ebenlock immediately. Fill her in. All right, big dog. Chill out now. Simmer down. Hey, there we go. And 16 copper to boot. What a nice guy that shirt boy was. They were selling these things for 75. I don't know if they're actually selling for that, but they had them up for that. Dude, if anyone wants to log in and we can just, like, I'll keep making characters and just handing my shirt over to them and just leaving and doing that over and over, and then we'll go put them all in the auction house for like 50 to 75 silver a pop. Fuck, I skipped some of the quest text. I've had my eye on that creep Stalvan for quite some time, but if this page was written by the same hand, it proves his guilt beyond a shadow of a doubt. In all his days of keeping the town registry, Clerk Daltrey has become an expert at identifying handwriting. Show him this page and see if the writing matches that of the registry signature. Just saying, this is not admissible as evidence, dog. If all you have is a signature to work off of, you cannot definitively say. The writing on this page does, in fact, match that of the registry signatures. Let Commander Ebenlock know immediately that the handwriting matched. Her suspicions were correct. Huzzah!
What can I do for you?
I knew it! Fine work! That should be her voice. That seems like how she talked. Stalvan Mismantle led a life of depravity. Hell yeah. Innocent victims died by his hand. Hell yeah. Undoubtedly, he is guilty of countless crimes. Now the lunatic threatens Dark. Who's interrupting my stories? Alright. I'll need another fucking drink. What are you doing? These damn monkeys. Okay. Led a life of depravity. Now he threatens Darkshire. The Light only knows what sordid acts he is plotting. Travel to his cottage just north of town and execute Stalvan once and for all. When the deed is done, travel to Madame Eva's and show her his family ring. After all, it's her premonition that led to this gruesome discovery.
Farewell.
I feel this guy's frustration, man. He's fucking. I've heard of people having issues with that high res texture. I'd rather not play than have to play with ugly vanilla graphics anyway. Oh my god, dude, what a fucking diva. Jesus. What is this, an 8-bit game? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm still playing Ravenloft. I just beat Strahd's Possession, and now I'm playing the sequel, Ravenloft Stone Prophet, from 1994 on DOSBox, though. Don't come to me about the graphics. Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, I mean, it's 25 years old. I don't really know what to tell you about that. It's what? Let me see. Oh, Turtle Wow. Let's see what level this guy is. Stalvan. Wait, it's Miss. I said Mistmore. Thinking about EQ. I'm like, wait a minute, his name is Mistmore? Like, from EverQuest? The Vampire Count? Okay, level 32? Normal? I can beat a level 32, dog. I feel like I feel like I can do it. Come on now, does he spawn anything? No, this guy's speaking some Spanish. He looks like he fights solo. So let's see what happens. We might be able to get him. So let's get our rough sharpened stone. I was about to say, dude, come on. I just asked if you wanted to group and then you try to run ahead after I've cleared the way. I was about to be mad at a motherfucker. Alright, we did it. Well, that level 59 did it, but I think I could have done it by myself. Either way, it's done. Hell yeah. Thought he was about to high elf me, you know what I mean?
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
Hell yeah, dude. Look at this upgrade. 20 to 37, 220. 25 to 48, 160. Nice. Hey. Dog. What? Look. Dude. No shit. Okay. Hell yeah. I really appreciate it. That is so cool. I haven't had a weapon with fiery on it in like 20 years.
Can I help you?
By the time I would be able to afford it on any character, I always out leveled it. Alright, I'm gonna just go hit some shit and get my axe skill up because it's probably one. Yeah, it is one. I haven't used an axe yet. Nice. Alright. I guess we're gonna do SFK now. Well, once I can hold some threat. Oh, oh, I got no mana. Fucking nothing landing. Shit. Yeah, 8 level difference. That's I don't think I'd even be able to hit him, especially not with one weapon skill. We'll see. I think Shaman's going to be a really, really hard fight for me though, until I can get Reckoning. Ooh, someone's on a flying mount? What the fuck? Or does it just look like a dragon? Unless that's a GM or something. Let's see. Yeah, what is that? I guess it's just a ground mount on here. Still pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna go try to get some weapon skill. Because I know I'm not gonna be able to even hit him once right now. Hey, at least I got killed by the player and didn't lose durability. That's one bright side. Guess I can go ahead and do this Night Watch quest. Oh, copper. How close am I? I think I'm getting really close to getting iron. 5 points away, I think. Blacksmithing, I've always felt like it gets a lot easier once you get past the bronze phase. It just sucks that you know, you need two different types of ore at this phase, and only one of them gives you skill ups, and even then it's green, so you have a you're less likely to see it in the areas where it spawns because it's sharing the spawn, and most of it ends up being gray, and then the one you can skill up from is green, so it's just horrible. More a lot. Oh, I guess I gotta do the Night Watch quest line before I can do more Lydium. Curious why I didn't have it yet. Well, at least it's a really fast axe, so I'll level up pretty quick. Hey, I hit him. I'm hitting him for less than my red aura hits for, but I'm hitting him. Oh, I think that Ogre Mound might be a good spot to finish up my mining skill. Have to roll over there and check it out. How much is that? 40 damage from fiery? Yes, it is. That's pretty cool. And with this being, I don't know if fiery works on procs per minute or if it's just a percentage chance. If it's a percentage chance, then I think this was actually a good weapon to have it on with how fast it is. We'll see. Damn, so I got like all the way up to 90 skill just on that one mob. It must be boosted on this server. Because I remember having to sit during TBC anyway. I had never used a crossbow on my hunter, and the PvP epic was the one you could get with honor was a crossbow. So I switched over using crossbows for the very first time at level 70. Dude, I remember running around. It wasn't Netherstorm. It was the one in the bottom right of the Outlands map. But anyway, I remember being down there. Felt like hours just auto attacking steady shot. Just trying to level up crossbows. Oh, nice. I didn't know I was about to level. Cool, cool. Guess I'll get anticipation. Damn, so defense skill for every point. Oh, it hit him. So that's good. I got 2 procs on this weapon. That's pretty cool. So this anticipation skill, every point of defense, they say it gives you 0.04% to like let's see. I'm trying to work out how valuable a point of defense is compared to, you know, like 1 stamina or to 10 armor or whatever. Oh, dude, this thing's gonna be so good to tank with. It's just so fast. Oh, we got a homie out here. Alright, and just like that, Axis is pretty much done. Oh, shit. I hate when I do that. I'll run up and I'll hit Judgment, but it won't cast. And then I'll switch seals just off muscle memory. Then I gotta cycle back through and get to the right seal so I can judge it and all that shit. Real pain in the ass. See how good this thing is. Dude, 70 DPS. Not too bad. I think that's what I was getting when I was using my Varrigan's Fist. That's a really cool trinket too. Thank you a ton, Goblin Man. It's not every day you get a positive stream snipe. Gotta have one person on Telebeam that just fucking hated me. He still sends me messages over on YouTube. And this was like a few months ago. And then I took a break for a while, and he was like, yeah, I made you quit, didn't I? I was like, nah, dude, I'm coming back. He was my first hater. Oh, so close to getting iron, dude. Did it fucking again. Dude, it's just procs after procs after procs. 85 DPS there for a second. Is there any way to disable the sound effect like this? Like if I'm jamming a key while it's still on cooldown? Because I've tried to stop doing that because I didn't want to keep making the noise. I know it probably wasn't fun to listen to. Error combat messages. Error speech. Interface options and then general. Self-cast. Where's general? Oh, display, controls. Advanced. Okay. Not seeing it. I got floating text. Nope, shit. Run away from that. Fuck, I should not have healed that guy. It's a stupid decision. No, I'll show you. Hang on a second. It makes like a little. I don't even know how to describe the sound. Not the speech. Like I can't do that yet because I already have that disabled. I'm talking about this. Listen, I don't mind the spell's not ready yet thing, but the noise it makes. This. I just felt like it was probably annoying for people to listen to. Yeah, they just. I guess they don't have super particular sound options. I would have to just like disable sound. Yeah, it's all good. It was just one of those things I was trying to be more aware of and not spam on keys that are on cooldown. Probably good for my keyboard lifespan to avoid doing that anyway. I used to be bad about it. Especially you get jumped, like you get jumped in PvP or something. Oh, I'm terrible. Got something that's 30 seconds away from being off cooldown, and I'm still sitting there like hitting it just instinctively. Instinctively. I said that like like I'm highly trained. It's more out of panic. It's personal preference, you know. I've always stuck to mechanical. I just I started gaming in like the very late '90s. Like I think I started playing PC games when I was like 5, and I never stopped. You know, playing Diablo 2, Age of Empires 1 and 2, all that stuff. So I've just always had mechanical keyboards. Shit, I learned how to play first person shooters on those the trackball mice. The ones like in your mouse up here it's just a ball and you roll it with your fingers. It was one of those things like I was so young that I just didn't even think about it, you know, I just kind of learned how to do it. But then once I started uh my brother and me would go to like LAN parties at his college and everything, and people would just be like mind blown that I'm playing fucking Counter Strike on a trackball mouse. I was actually looking those up the other day. Just 'cause I liked it. They're actually really good. Like when you get used to it and you got your sensitivity dialed in and you spend a lot of time with it, you can be so accurate just like with rolling your fingers across that orb or whatever they called it. Hmm. Oh, that's switch display. Okay. There's one of these right here. One of these guys. Yeah, that's what I learned how to game on. Yeah, and well, it's one. I think it's something when you're a young kid, dude. You're just so adaptable. You know, you have nothing's like you're not set in your ways on anything. So anything someone hands you, you can use it pretty well after a little while of messing with it. But yeah, I got to the point once I actually got because I didn't replace that until uh, what do they call them? Optical mice, the ones with like the little laser lens on the bottom. Pretty much what we have now, I guess, just a more simple version. Once those came out was when I ended up moving away from that. But it was a few years that I was only using those trackball mice. Because at the time, everybody was using those mice. Oh, shit. Everybody was using those mice that had the ball right here. So I kind of liked mine more because those things they would pick up a bunch of gunk from your mouse pad. And so you'd have to like unscrew the little thing, take the ball out, and wipe off this nasty gray shit. Oh, still at 122. I hate this phase of mining. I would probably get more if I was just moving around instead of standing there. For some reason, I thought that Overmound had like a ton of ore spawns. I don't know if that's just. I probably just ran through there a couple times when there hadn't been anybody down there in a long time, so there's a time for a bunch to pop up. Once I get 125, I think I'm going to start looking for a group. Ooh, for SFK, because I need that block ring. That's a big thing I need. I forgot I didn't get that. Still could use the bag. We got a 10 vein right here. This is where all the Worgen dudes are, though. This should be pretty easy. I love this weapon, dude. The procs are basically doing the same damage as a white hit. Ooh, gotta get that one off. That one's bad. Why am I not swinging at the guy? He was just having an issue with him standing on that hill or something. I'm really having to work for this 10, I tell you. There better be all kinds of moss agents, or however you say it, agate. Better be some jewels in there, is what I'm saying. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kill him. And thank you, Devkey, for that suggestion on doing Stalvan. That was a very, very solid suggestion there. Yes, sir. There's going to be one in here after all that. I wish I could get that gold over there. Come on, dude. Give me one skill up, please. Could probably go back to the wetlands to finish it out. I mean, it's only 3, though. I only need 3 skill. Yeah, it really, if you look at the quest line, like on the database or whatever, there's a ton of parts to it, so it makes it seem like it's this long, drawn out thing, when in reality, each part is like going between Darkshire, Stormwind, and Redridge. So it's really not much. And then to kill the guy, I thought he would be like an elite, like something like Morladim or whatever. He's just like, he's high level, but he's only a normal mob. Ah, gold vein. Would love to see some silver. I think silver is still yellow to me. Yeah, it is some running around, but it's not bad. Reward's very nice, especially that casting ring's pretty full. I think it was like 10% of your mana regen can occur while you're casting. Damn, that's a pretty cool axe. I'm trying to see if this fiery proc or the shadow bolt or the shadow bolt proc can trying to see if either one of them can proc Judgment of Wisdom. Well, I guess I'll finish out this quest. Might as well. I'm halfway done. Let's see. I still think really takes a few levels for new ranks of Seal of Righteousness to get worth to become worth using. Druids can use one-handed maces, right? Pretty sure they can. Oh, cool. All right, we're done. All done. Nice. Nope, got to run through the damn place, I guess. I would like to do more Ladim, but or more Ladim, I think his name is. I think I got to get through all the Night Watch quests first. Ooh, whole bunch of nodes. A lot of them are 10. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get in there. Be cool if I got 125 right there, so I could just go and clear out the iron that's in there as well. We got one dead. Give me a skill up, man. Jeez. Got one. Damn it. Thought I was at 123 anyway, so I was hoping those two. I was hoping I'd get real lucky and get to 125 from them, but no dice. Come on now. What weapon does he have? I like that. Oh, the diamond hammer. Yeah, I remember getting one of those on a warrior back in the day. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I gotta do this night watch quest. And so this guy, he's asking me about which weapon to use as a Prot Pally. One of them, they're basically the same in terms of like DPS and all that, and spell damage. They have like they're neck and neck on spell damage. The only real difference is one of them is slower. It's 2.4 swing speed, and it has spell crit, whereas the other is faster, 1.9 swing speed, and it has spell hit. I think that at end game, once you have a lot of spell damage, I would think the faster swing speed would do better. And I would say that spell hit is probably more valuable than spell crit for a paladin, because a lot of your stuff you're not really so much worried about. I mean, critting is nice, but missing can be disastrous for a threat. You know what I mean? Like I would prefer to be hit capped rather than have higher crit if I'm tanking, because I don't want to. Because I think Hand of Reckoning counts as a spell. I'm not sure on that. But even if Hand of Reckoning isn't a spell, Judgment can be a. Oh damn! We got a ring. It's not a bad ring, dude. 4 strength, 2 stam. I'm not going to use that unless I don't get the block ring again from SFK. But yeah, so like I preferred slower weapons once I got Reckoning, because of how consistent Reckoning was proccing. It was like I was doing bigger Reckoning hits. You know what I mean? I felt like it made that talent more valuable to have a bigger swing. But if I'm in game and I'm at the point where I have so much spell damage that becomes the majority of my damage at that point, I think it's better to have Seal of Righteousness hitting faster and just worry about stacking damage through spell power rather than your physical. Because even though you get more Seal of Righteousness damage on a slower swing, the biggest bonus is coming from your spell power, and that stays the same no matter what. So I think I steered him in the right direction. I need one more mage. Oh, I guess he spent money on the other one. $237 spell power. $357.
Well met. For the Alliance.
Everybody's getting mad that people are saying DD instead of DPS.
Hello. Have a good one.
It's funny the stuff that irritates some people. It's like, well, if you came from an MMO where you didn't measure damage, it's hard to explain. It's like before WoW came around, DPS wasn't the way you measured damage, if that makes sense. It was more through, because we didn't have add-ons. You know, WoW was the first MMO that I remember playing that was very, like, it had an add-on tab and it encouraged people to make add-ons. So you didn't really have a way of measuring your damage and averaging it out per unit of time. It really did. Yeah, I mean, it was useful. It still is useful if you're using it to, to figure out what, is this piece of gear better than the one I have, or whatever. Is this ability setup better than the one I've been doing? But yeah, that mentality can sort of plant a seed in everybody's brain that turns the game very much unfun. It ended up being kind of a bad thing to have that information, because then it became all about making that number get higher, because we have that stupid dopamine lizard brain that just wants the number to go up. But it was funny seeing, other MMOs where that mentality just didn't exist. And then as WoW pioneered that mentality, with in-game rating was all about measuring DPS and threat per second and heals per second. And it was just all about that parsing, that mentality sort of like trickled out to all these other games where that was never really it was, if you were supposed to be dealing damage and you just weren't killing shit for some reason, then obviously that'd be a problem. But it wasn't like a thing like your number needs to be this to get into this group. Like, you just didn't hear about that kind of mentality, I guess. Yeah, well, see, that was WoW's strength, and they did really innovate on rating counters in general, because when WoW was first coming out, all the games that were out at the time, the most complicated thing that you would have to set up and account for were like death touch and stuff like that, which I think is a stupid mechanic anyway. But it was all about having heals be in a certain cadence, certain sequence, to where it was, I don't know, it was like a rhythm almost of the tank's health going down and then getting fully healed. Because they had, in EverQuest, they had a spell called Complete Heal, which was a super long cast time. I can't remember, it was like fucking 10 seconds or something. But it was 100% health heal. So the way they did that was basically by setting it up to where each healer was having their heal spell cast at a very specific time, so that he was getting healed in very specific intervals, and they would like adjust the interval based on how much damage the tank was taking and stuff. So it was basically that, and then death touch, which was every so often the boss would just pick a person on the threat table and kill them instantly. So you wanted to swap aggro right before the death touch happened so that the main tank didn't get death touched. And that was the extent of raid mechanics. Like, that was it. So WoW really did come in and, you know, add in new things that made raiding actually engaging and more fun. Like even vanilla WoW, I know like comparing it to retail, everyone thinks it's simple, but retail WoW, the few mechanics it had were still, you know, anything's more than what I just described, which was like no mechanics. Put these up there for like 15 silver. I'm so tempted to like lock on 2,000. I'm gonna see if there's any arcane spell damage maces. So I don't know if druids even can use this weapon. I'll just ask in general chat. Yes, they can. Cool, so it isn't. I mean, it's still low level. It's only 4 arcane damage. I'll just put up there for. Oh, wow. That's horrible. There's a level 12 mace that has 4 arcane on it. Why is this one so low? It should be like 6 or 7 or 8.
I supply only the finest goods.
Yeah, there's no way I could sell that for more than the vendor cost.
Looking for something specific?
And if I did put it up there, I wouldn't want anyone to buy it because it'd be, you know, for what they were getting out of it, be unfairly priced. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I haven't I've intentionally not watched
Good day to you.
much Turtle WoW like raid videos and stuff like that. 'Cause I'm curious if they have added any kind of mechanics and stuff. I don't expect any in the old raids, but in their custom ones like the Karazhan raid and shit. I'm curious if they went and added some actual mechanics to that. Because there's some stuff, even in the lower level dungeons, that's, you know, it's not much. It's still classic WoW, but they have a few things that aren't normally there. Because I didn't really care for how much WoW leaned into it, especially like the Mythic Plus and all that. It ends up looking more like synchronized swimming than it does like fighting a boss. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I still want to be focused mainly on fighting the dragon. You know, that's what I'm here to do is fight dragons with my friends, not fucking do the hokey pokey. Retail WoW rating is a very complicated game of virtual twister. No one's like Group 2 blue, Group 1 green. Oh, no shit. Very cool. Got a new Holy Strike.
Go with honor, friend.
Oh, I got a new Shadow Strike. New Holy Strike and a... Man, it does quite a bit more damage too. And I got a new Seal of Wisdom. This one is 62 mana back. Oh, man. I was an idea. I can just smelt some silver and get 125 mining. If it's not too expensive. This is a little bit expensive. Hopefully I'll get at least one skill up out of this. With 7 silver per.
Hello.
No. Come on. Fuck you. Didn't even get one, dude. That sucks. Alright. I have got to go pick my daughter up. I'm going to try to get back on once I get home. Just depends on what goes on. But if I don't see you, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Appreciate anybody that stopped by.